end. It'll show up in... Yep, YouTube is showing it's good. And then
it'll probably a delay on my side.
It's probably about a 15 to 30 second delay.
That would make sense.
Cool. Showing you my preview.
Things happening. Things happening.
Yes. I am not centered. That is not
probably center.
Better. Tilt
Not
up.
that I can see anything yet.
It's showing as live for me. It may require a refresh on your end.
And now that it's
running.
It's spinning. But Biden's business. We don't scroll.
And there are two different settings. There's one for less latency, and there's one for less buffering for people who are watching. So if they have, potato net, they're not. Do you even center, bro?
Alright, Gomez can see it, so we're at least live to somebody.
We're live to somebody, and now they get game audio. So this is where, Gomez, let us know how audio sounds, if you don't mind.
I should probably actually keep that open so I can see chat myself.
I'm going to try to aim the mic at me. It's very hard with this broken stand. I'm sure you're getting all sorts of lovely grinding noises. I'll see to figure out how to reinstall my pop filter, now that it's like this.
There you go.
Stay.
I can at least pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Does anyone... Do you remember those... Well, you're probably too young. There are these George Foreman... You know the George Foreman grills?
Uh-huh.
There was a... I think it was one of the last commercials they ever aired. But it was this, kind of, YouTube remixed sort of, song with, George Foreman just saying, knock out the fat.
Mm-hmm.
Knock out the fat.
You're the fat.
Why won't this chat pop out?
So it's grindy.
Ah, there you are.
So it's grindy when I move the mic. I'm done. It is sufficiently not triggering my need for it to be straight anymore. And
Triggered. Okay, Tumblr.
I am an adult. I am having milk and cookies.
As well you should.
That and pizza are kind of my standards.
Pizza.
Some would call those low standards. I call them appropriate and cheap.
Hey, man.
Do what you gotta
Like
do.
a college student.
Yes. So what are we wanting to do? Yeah.
I am your guest, so whatever the hell you want, sir.
We got, yeah.
Yes, that is a Batmobile.
That is indeed a Batmobile. I'm contemplating using it. It's so hard to use in aerials, but it's a freaking truck.
Does it actually, is there any difference in control? Or is it just kind of like a placebo, kind of, it feels heavy or feels...
It feels heavy. The jumps don't feel as floaty, but it hits really hard. So if you're a spiker or if you like smacking other players, it's definitely the car for you. Not even necessarily making them explode, it's just when you smack them, they go flying.
It feels... It just feels satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, what do you take me into?
Let's see if standard gives us anything to work with. And I'm not opposed to adding a third, but I don't really have anyone that can play right now. So,
what's Josh up to?
Work until 10.
Ah.
Yeah. I would throw him on.
Enough. Yeah, I haven't played with Josh in a while.
I haven't streamed much of anything in a while. It's been about, including the spring break, it's been 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm like, I really need to do the thing and not let it get away from me.
Yeah. And away we go.
Ah! Our goalie gave me a kick in the pants. How's my ping? Actually great, considering I'm streaming right now.
This does feel a little heavy. What mode are we playing on? Is this...
Just standard.
Standard? Okay.
Ah! I almost got that, too.
I think I may need to tune down my settings a little bit. I turned it up just because I thought I could.
If you're running it at 4K right now, or is it the stream or the game itself?
It's the game itself.
Yeah, 4K on a 970 is hard.
Well, I'm not running it at 4K. It's like, I guess it's technically 2K. There you go. Nice shot.
1440 by whatever.
16, yeah, 2560 by 1440.
Yeah, that's 1440. That's actually more within reason for that GPU. There's a lot of people trying to bundle together 4K panels with, whoa, with 970Ms, and it's just like, do you guys even like look at what you're putting in your? Anyway, they wouldn't build them and charge that much if they didn't have a functional reason for it, I'm sure.
Oh god. Pointless flip.
It's plenty if you're doing like video editing. I can see that. There's enough buffer on it.
Did I just... Oh, okay. It's like, I thought I knocked that in. What's
yeah, you're trucking him pretty good.
Yeah.
He stole that. I am using keyboard and
bitch.
clicky. Keyboard and clicky is great stuff. You know what? That's what I should start doing, is adding in the chat to the stream.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So is there a particular reason you chose doing like YouTube streaming over Twitch?
Twitch's bitrate cap is really frustrating.
Okay.
You can't get the video quality you're really looking for unless you're willing to compromise frame rate or resolution or both.
Yes, Gomez, he seems to be using keyboard and clicky.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't even fathom playing this without a controller.
I found a new 360 controller for about $30. That's about to get spiked. No! Ah! I foiled my own shot. Whoops. Not really my own shot, but I keep missing by a hair. Like my positioning, that's going in.
Oh god. Balls.
Balls.
Manager of tasks. Oh, my CPU is being severely taxed. For some reason, my OBS.
You're recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the recording.
That doesn't seem to... I've never actually looked at it before, but it doesn't seem to ever affect...
It does. Whether you're streaming or recording, they both tax you. Oh. Just came in there and... Have you seen when the bots just start humping the goal? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen that.
No! No. Okay.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, I'm always like, almost touching it.
Practice. That's what's happening here. Oh, you got the
Nope, that's going in.
Snowball, Gomez? Yeah, the Word mic's pretty solid for the price point.
Snowballs are what? That 60 range-ish?
Snowball, usually between 50, yeah, like, I mostly see it between 40 and 55, 60. There's technically two versions of it. There's like the Snowball and the Snowball Ice. The Snowball Ice being like a even cheaper version.
Yeah, I've seen that. That doesn't get very good reviews.
Yeah, like at the price, you might as well pay the extra like $10 at that point to get a little bit more quality out of it. So it does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've only got like $36 to spend,
and you don't want to buy a headset, then
and you're not doing any serious recording.
Anything is better than what you don't have. If that makes sense. Like webcam mic is a never again scenario. I dealt with that for upwards of a year. That's going in. Or not.
I may have a dude I can add if you want.
I'd be up for that. Having 3 on a team usually results in things being better, I'd say.
Yeah, that makes sense, Gomez.
I wish I had better headphones. These, not sponsored by Beats are showing their age. Then again, I try to put in my, not sponsored by Harman Kardon earbuds, and I'm like, I miss the bass. So I need a good middle ground.
Did you drop the bass?
No, I still use them, actually.
Ah!
No! Warm-up game.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me check my buddy and see if
I got pinged on Skype.
got ponged.
I actually have a guy who could play. I don't play with him very often.
Let's see.
Like, I don't know him, but by acquaintance.
This is my friend Mark.
Okay.
Really, real old friend of mine.
Alright.
I'll
We'll go back to the menu.
add him on Skype.
Also, this has been bugging me. The mat looks good in white, but not in purple. Ooh.
See if that works.
Alright. Let's do this. You invite me to play through Rocket League if he picks up.
Leave match.
That way we're not fumbling around with
Yeah, it makes sense.
adding people and stuff.
Invites. Invites.
Hurrah. Digging that Skype icon, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I need to find a higher res of that image. So apparently it was a speed paint.
Ooh, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, and while we're waiting for him, whoops.
Out of the Skype. Try again.
I know you're always looking for.
I'm gonna swap out my car while I'm at it. Because that does feel really, really heavy.
It is. It's not for everyone.
Scarab. I do miss my Scarab.
Sent you a thing because I know you're always looking for. Well, now they're mouse pad material, not so much playmat material.
I mean, I'm still playing Force of Will, so there's...
That's true. I keep forgetting it's a thing. I have people tell me, hey, you should play. And it's like, well... Hobbies, man.
Yeah. Get my...
Actually, Gomez, Beats are not what I would call good headphones. Sorry to say. These were $200. I've listened to $250 Sennheisers, and they just destroy these. Like, for the extra $50 you spend on something that's not being sold for the brand, it's the Abercrombie and Fitch of headphones. I'm not ashamed to say that. Just not ashamed.
Beats have gotten pretty much panned when it comes to quality.
Mm-hmm. I've tried using these at my school when I used to work in the AV department doing audio video work and editing basically production quality commercials and documentaries for my school, and these I tried plugging these in and I was totally spoiled by what they had at school. Just ugh.
I was like still trying to get mark in. Back close.
Gomez, they is in Sennheisers or is in Beats? Because I know Beats by Dre is kind of a meaningless title.
Is Dr. Dre even still involved?
I don't know. These were Dr. Dre Beats solos. They were like $200 when they came out. And they were a Christmas present. And they've been very functional. They've lasted, what, 4 years now? Yeah, 4.5 years. So I gotta give them points for durability at least. Yeah, agreed. They're not production headphones. Maybe if you're a hip hop guy who only puts bass in his music.
Rhino horns, kind of like both. That's my deal with the shades.
I do like to do the what's it called? The backfire with the little ambulance light on it and the disconnect. I call it the fun police car.
Alright, let's see. That should help.
I wouldn't mind so much if a headset that's falters a little bit in the mids, just because. Well, I value right now well-roundedness more than bass cannons. Although I gotta say, I'm not sure if the audio is what needs to change for me or the video side of it. But realistically, on paper, in order for me to get a better experience than 1080p 60, I'd need to go either high refresh rate or variable refresh rate or 1440p. There's
a lot of options.
There's a lot of options.
Because I went with the ultra wide, and man, I'll never go back. P.S. Mark couldn't play. His dog is not asleep.
Oh, he doesn't want barking and all that?
Something like that. Like, it's a puppy, so it's a little... When you have a puppy, it might as well be a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the stuff.
Ah, I was trying to knock you into it.
Shake and bake. Yeah, I picked up a pair of Sennheiser, I think 558s. Actually, the exact same pair that Markiplier uses. I figured, well, it works.
So you bought Markiplier's headphones?
Pretty much.
Because it's the exact same pair.
Exact same pair.
It's like the Elder Wand of headphones.
You know, might as well. I mean, they're not even like the highest. Like, they weren't really all that expensive. I think I got them for like $80.
They don't have to be the most expensive to be decent.
Yeah. Like, they weren't the most, like, updated model either.
Like, unless I'm working with FLAC files, I'm not really concerned about losing, a little bit of fidelity.
Oh, dude, these are comfortable as hell. Oh, I love these. And the weight feels just nice. Like, I have a big head, so there's that. But... Ah, mother! Shit.
What a shave!
Like, I have to worry a little bit. Oh, God, I'm so bad at this tonight. Distractions, I have them. They're the open ear headphones, so I risk a little bit of that feedback, but I'm not so close to the mic where I...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I wanted to get open ear so I would have the directional sound, but if I'm going to have bleed into my audio, that's not worth it at all.
Honestly, I haven't noticed any. Like, unless you're listening to it in your headphones really, really loud.
I do about 30% volume.
Oh, then you'd be fine. How close to the mic are you sitting?
Within 1.5 feet.
Oh. Okay, so you're even farther away than I am.
I would have it closer, but the arm and all that.
Yeah. Oh, did you get the arm?
Hmm?
Did you get an arm for your mic?
I've had a what do they call it? A mic stand? Not a mic stand. There's a word
Boom
for
arm?
it. Boom arm. Thank you. I've had a boom arm for a minute.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I do like having a boom arm.
I just the arm quit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the screw on it stripped, so I can't tighten it to keep it from drooping.
I gotcha. Mine will probably do that at some point because the orb is a little bit heavy. I somehow turned on the...
Wow. Getting wrecked.
I somehow triggered the voice command on my phone. That was awkward.
Remember that time I was at your house and did the "Okay Sonata" in your voice, and it worked and it unlocked, and then you couldn't get it to unlock.
See you, dude.
You know, that makes sense considering they're functionally tone deaf now.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Ah, balls! Ah! How did I hit that? It must have been like my spoiler or something hit it.
That was neat. Off the wall. Remember your training, Luke.
Don't follow the lights. Oh, bother.
I need to do more of the Undertale. Ah, shit, that was all me. That deserves a shit.
Kicked you in the butt for it.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry, I have a recording saved of the ball going straight up, and who was goalie? I guess it doesn't matter when you're 4 down with a minute to go.
I was gonna do Flowey. I don't know if... I guess you watched me play a little of it, so you know who Flowey is. I was thinking about doing a Flowey recording, but basically doing it as Murder Poo.
Oh right, I gotta watch your voice acting thing. When'd you post that? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. It's actually the highest performing thing on the channel.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I kind of planned it that way, because there's, like, a few people have tried to do voice acting things for Undertale, and for some reason there's not a whole lot for it. Like, most people try to do Flowey or
Yeah.
Papyrus, because Papyrus is ridiculous.
I would like the guy that did James in the English dub of Pokemon to do Megaton. Or Metaton, excuse me.
Oh, you should watch the Game Grumps playthrough of it, because the voice they gave for Metaton was Markiplier.
Really?
And it actually kind of works.
Put it in! Oh!
There we go.
I accidentally
Slightly
made
less
that
embarrassing.
go in. Watch me nail this guy.
Watch me, Nene.
Watch me whip. I chop blocked him. Later, Gamiz.
God!
Alright.
Useless flag.
I was looking at how much it would cost to get a, what was it, a 1440p, 144 hertz FreeSync monitor, and it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $700. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, this, like, parts of me wish I had gotten just a 4K kind of standard width monitor, but man, for productivity, it does not get any better than ultra wide.
Yeah, well, the other problem with 4K is that the UI scaling still is not where it
Yeah.
should be.
I get a little bit of that because I've got the ultra wide on the right side, and my laptop monitor is like the actual screen on it's 4K.
Mm-hmm.
So when I drag things from one window to the other, sometimes things get a little bit out of whack. Not to the point where it's really troublesome. It's a pretty enough screen where it doesn't. I can live with it.
Put it in. Yeah.
Yeah. It is indeed story time.
It almost is. I got another clinical at 8 tomorrow, which is not early compared to what I've been doing. I just gotta make sure I get my stuff printed out and my scrubs cleaned. So
you're actually like in the legit nursing school stuff now, aren't you?
Yeah, finally.
How's that been going?
Pretty good. Not really any complaints aside from obnoxious number of not clinical hours, but credit hours that you have to pay for. Whoops.
Yeah. There we go. Push it back, way, fuck! Dude, if you watched, complete non sequitur, have you ever watched Sword Art Online Abridged?
No, I
Oh, it's so good.
Wait. I've seen the one Team 4-Star did, where they did one episode.
Oh, no,
and
no. There's another group that does them. They've done like 9 episodes.
Really?
It has Team 4... I'll put it this way. It has Team 4-Star... like, production value. They said it where, like, Kirito's basically just a total fucking sociopath.
I mean, kinda is.
Well, even more so.
Even more so.
Like,
I could go for watching that.
Let me tell you why they call me the legendary fuck!
No, but that was good.
That was good.
This guy put it in for me. Boop. What was he thinking? Did he think he was... I don't know.
I guess you weren't over here when I moved my... I got
Oops.
a recliner in my...
No!
Fuck!
I hit you out of the way.
I've got a recliner in my office now to replace that futon.
Uh-huh.
And I've got a wireless keyboard. So I can just sit in my recliner and control the computer from the recliner. As long as I just zoom in on whatever window I'm looking at, it's fine. Yeah, there's a reason I'm working primarily from home these days.
Good setup.
Yeah, like, on some days, like, I have to actually plan it because I just need that much more... Oh, that would have been awesome. The screen real estate's just too valuable.
Wow.
Because my monitor at work is, like, not even 1080p.
Is it that like 900p stock Dell monitor?
1600 by
900? Like it is 16 by 9.
Yeah,
verbatim.
Like, it's still widescreen, but it's not quite 1920 by 1080.
Yeah. It runs off VGA.
Yeah, so if I have to usually go back and forth between windows a lot. And I'll still have my laptop hooked up next to my work laptop, so I got one of those USB switchers where you basically plug in all of plug all your stuff into a USB hub, plug that into the switcher, and then you just hit one of 2 buttons to switch it to whichever device you want to go to.
Oh, so you're not constantly plugging and unplugging things.
That was odd.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Go! We're winning, by the way. How'd that happen? Oh, get in there, you son of a bitch!
Oh, no. That's okay, they're gonna hit it up the wall. Or I'm just gonna whiff.
There we go. I got you back.
He's a good shot.
Works. Have you played any of the new maps?
I have. Those are actually really fun.
Yeah, we'll do those next. Can't believe they're adding basketball.
I will suck really bad. Just
Like,
I'll try it, but I can already tell that it's not my forte.
well, I suck at soccer.
Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna pretend I'm good at soccer. Oh, that's going in.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna pretend I'm good at soccer either, but in terms of like flight, I've got my goal strategy for these. I don't know how I'm gonna factor in a hoop. It's much more precise. Get dunked.
Get dunked on. I told Liz that should have been her resignation letter from Mornicore when she left.
Was it a fart noise?
No, just dear Matt, get dunked on.
Oh, it's like, how do you do a fart? I guess you could do like a audio resignation letter.
Part Liz Branson.
Well, this overtime will be interesting.
Overtime. I mean, stinking overtime.
I was not helpful in that at all. I was like, the goal's nice. It's warm. They have Coke. I'm gonna laugh though. People are like,
Oh, too high.
dang it. No! No! Go away. None of that.
You're malarkey.
Okay. Dead. Woo! Story time is hold the fort.
Exit to main menu.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're probably at least aware of this game. Reign of Kings.
Sounds familiar. Can't say I've played it.
Think Rust meets Chivalry.
Okay.
Or the easier comparison is Minecraft and Skyrim. Basically, it's like you can kind of build your own castle, sort of Minecraft style, but it has the kind of Rust mechanics.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, Game Grumps did a thing where they basically like they created their own server, like they built castles and shit, and opened it up to just all their fans and all that shit, and just set it up like basically a race to who could become king. So like if you're the king, you can tax all the people on the server and basically control all sorts of shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really fun for Extra Life. Just
I could see it.
Have a race to the throne.
That and more werewolf.
Werewolf. Like, I enjoy werewolf, but only like in smaller doses. Like, I don't get.
I mean, I wouldn't want the whole night to be werewolf, of course, but that session was pretty fun.
Yeah, like the couple I played, I had a lot of fun in. But you know, I sort of hit my fill at a point.
Mm-hmm.
People who really, really like it though, like they'll go to. Like Katie and Victor went to Dragon Con for a day.
To play werewolf.
Only to play werewolf, and that's all they did. Like they did some shopping, they sold some cards, but primary objective was finding a werewolf group immediately. And they did. They had a group of like, had to have been like 30 people in this circle.
And it's just like Gen Con, some people go just for the D&D campaign.
Well, that's the place to go to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to.
Wait, why did I block that? Brain fart. It's okay, I'll fix it. Or not.
Yeah.
Or I will.
High five.
Hey, the JSC. I'm all sorts of uncomfortable.
You made it weird. You made it weird. Shit! You reaped my pickles.
I didn't react fast enough to that. I was like, it sure is hanging a long time. It's my brain going into slow-mo and saying, you should do something. You should probably do something.
Hey, now would be a good time to do something.
Uh-huh.
Was the arrow pointing to the ball always there?
On the ground?
No, like around your car, like.
Yeah.
God, it's really been that long since I played, which is odd considering like 80% of my channel content is Rocket League. There we go, finally on the board. That didn't take too long or anything. No sirree.
No, sir. I think I might go to Dragon Con this year just to go.
It is a lot of fun. Like, I went last year just as a goer.
Gonna see Andy Price again. I still need to get that bloody sketch framed.
I just recently got my Sunbud framed. Like a year and a half later.
Look at this mess. Watch.
Watching. Oh, that's brilliant. I didn't like that either.
The guy hit me into him, but I was gonna do it anyway. Come on, Swift. Try to hit me.
Essentially drunk a good 3/4 of it. But, like, it was never the bad drunk. Like, I found the perfect buzz and just kept it almost the entirety of the weekend. I was down hanging out with Christopher Francis and Josh and David Nelson. Just one of my favorite moments of the con was like I just had a whole bottle of Captain Morgan spiced rum, which is like it's not the hardest stuff you can find, but like it'll put some air in your chest.
Okay.
And I handed the bottle because I was just like I was handing the bottle back and forth with me and Chris Francis. He seems like a good guy to drink with, but I handed it to David Nelson. And his reaction when he took a swig of it was priceless. I'm trying to think of the right comparison for it. It's at least relevant to a youngster like yourself. I definitely had a deja vu moment though, because they were trying to fire off a seal, and they had 7 people, and I told Chris, I was like, hey, if you're lingering on 7 people for a long time, like, I'm not gonna pay to play, because I'm out of this game, but, like, fuck it, I'll crack some packs, and whoever wins takes the cards. Just, like, added up as extra prize support.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up pulling 3 ultras, I think. No, I think it was 2, but 2 ultras and Apex is pretty solid.
That is really solid. What set was that?
Equestrian Odysseys?
Probably.
Because it was the Mod Pie, the ultra rare event. I can't remember what it's called. and the rarity soprano.
Mm.
I was like, oh, neat. But I ended up playing against this guy. And one of the guys actually gave a tutorial to the year before when we were doing demos. And Cortana just opened. Good job, microphone. But he was like wearing the exact same cosplay he wore last year, like this sort of Green Arrow kind of thing. I was like, you look really familiar. You sound really familiar. What's up with that?
He was indeed familiar?
Yeah. Ended up being the same guy.
Huh. You gotta love the people that you meet at cons and like only at cons. It's like,
yeah.
It's like your hidden con buddy. Whoops.
And that's not an uncommon thing. Like my friend Crystal, she has a guy that she dates occasionally. Well, only at Dragon Con. She just refers to him as Dragon Con Zach.
Yeah, I got the rose.
Ion Pink. Didn't know that was a thing. I'll keep my fist full of sparklers.
Yeah, I noticed you went ham on those after or on that trail after I used it.
Oh yeah, I love that thing. No, I got it like immediately after I made that comment.
Ooh, streamers!
Sparkly!
Oh right, this one. This needs to be a 4v4.
Ow! Rat bastard.
Come on, I gotta show you something if I can get a... Nope. Whoops. I like getting on the butt of the car and just launching straight up like a rocket.
Oh, I do
It's just satisfying.
One time, I need to actually make a GIF of it because I actually recorded it. I recorded with Mark last time I recorded Rocket League, actually. And I had a moment, I was in this car and it's like perfectly cylindrical, almost perfectly cylindrical. Not cylindrical, spherical. That's the word I'm looking for. And I somehow landed on the nose and just went sliding for about like 50 feet.
Just doing like a handstand? Or headstand?
Basically. I'm like, how? That doesn't make sense.
Physics.
Physics. Alright, Bobby Gordon. Get out of my way. Oh, I need to give you a beta key for Paladins.
Didn't you? You gave me a key for something.
For
I haven't.
Pony Island. Did that actually work?
I haven't tried it. I'll try it as soon as we're done with this. See what
I don't know
happens.
if you watched that playthrough.
Uh-uh.
But there's a screen where it just has, like, I didn't even pick up on what it was at the time. But it was just a screen just full, just completely chock full of product key codes. I thought it was like a code for the game, but like at the very top it says, "Be kind and please only take one."
Huh.
And I'm assuming they were product keys.
For, in the... Oh, so it may not work because someone else may have got it. That's why you were trying to figure it out. What?
Well, I never tried it myself, but...
What?
I thought it was like one of the passwords I had to do for puzzle shit in that game.
That ball was in the goal. The fact that they didn't get a score off that is frustrating. For them, I'm sure.
Frustrating. So frustrating he left the match.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks, guy. You hit it toward your goal.
But, no, Paladins is a lot of fun. I'm sure you've seen stuff for, like, Battleborn and Overwatch.
Yeah.
Think, you know Smite, right?
I've seen it. I haven't played it. There's a lot of games I need to at least look at.
Basically, think first-person shooter League.
Okay.
Like, less lanes, but it's like kind of capture the flag. It's got a lot of Team Fortress 2 element to it, but it's pretty fun. It's a free-to-play. Kind of like Smite. It's basically doing the same model that Smite and League of Legends are doing.
Hmm. The buy our skins so we can run our servers.
Yeah, essentially. Fuck!
We were so distracted.
Yeah. Robots!
It can go any way. Go deep button. You.
Also, I had found out something great today.
What's that?
The hospital I'm at is getting some new scalpels. They're on the bleeding edge.
I hate you.
Also, don't mess with nurses, you'll get shot up.
This is the worst day of my life!
What'd I do?
Puns!
What a shave!
Fuck!
Some professional player is gonna watch my stream for 5 seconds, be like, Scrub Lord! Ah! Nice.
Gotta go!
My God. Great. Congratulations.
Yep, I'll take that. Shots, 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 shots.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Still, oh yeah.
Don't.
Somehow Bicycle kicked that.
Dang it.
Oh, that was malarkey. I like robots.
No. Yeah, oh,
I can't understand a thing this guy's saying.
Me neither.
I mean, we're gonna lose if we don't score 2 more goals, so I guess I might as well come up there and try to do a thing.
I can come back. Worse. Save.
I don't know how I got Savior for that, but I'll take it. Oh,
Get it.
knock it in.
Land in the goal. Land in the goal.
What?
Oh, what the shit, Lana?
They scored again.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What a goal steal.
I understood that one.
I'm gonna flop on my back.
What? Look, you I'm gonna put you for views. Look, there, look at that. Look at, reported. Oh no. Oh no. He lives. Oh no.
What can? What manner of cancer is this?
You're the one calm. I'm gonna make you wait. All the way. My life's over. My life's over.
At least I have chicken.
Chick.
Enjoying that hand job over there, bud?
You gonna clean up after?
Did you just?
Well, that was direct. He quit! And it is 2 gold time.
We busted him. We're fapping it.
Dude, that got so salty fast. It was really funny, actually.
Did you say you got salty? Because that would make sense if he just came.
Don't. Go in. Darn it.
Stay near that goal. Now go in, please.
It ran away from home. You can't tell it what to do anymore.
Someone just exploded next to me. That's what she said.
Security!
Security.
Because I can.
I would.
Really wish I could turn the camera. There are times where I'm like, no, I really do need to know who's next to me right now.
If you had a controller.
That's a thing?
Turning the camera? Oh yeah. Use the right stick.
Huh. Don't. That's going in. Sort of.
The hell it is.
Oh.
NBD. Try recording again just to see if it melts down my computer again. Ooh. Because I honestly couldn't tell if it was the Batmobile that was slowing me down, or if it was OBS. If it was OBS.
Dang it. See, like, my positioning is there, I just...
I've been watching a lot of JonTron lately, too. I'm sad I got to that party late.
Oh. Why leave? It's 2-0. There's free things to get. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I want the uncommons.
I want the gold. Where the gold at? Get in there, you son of a bitch!
Well. They keep having new people hop in pretty quick. I guess this mode is popular. Don't.
Chip it in there. Fuck!
If I had boosted more, I could have got there.
Yeah, I thought about upgrading either my my camera or my microphone, or both. I got a separate bonus at work from a project I worked on, but they have this like kind of internal like rewards point system. Like if someone does a good job, you can give them a red tag, and it gives them points to basically spend in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all manner of shit from like everything, like as small as like cell phone cases or like I don't know, random like outdoor things to, or if you save a ton of points and buy like a new computer or a tablet or like a really fancy camera.
So are you maybe getting a camera with that?
I've thought about it. Like, I'm recording in 60 FPS now, and I feel like I should be, like, it may be better in my workflow to be, there we go, record both in,
Yo, Dad,
both the face
like
cam.
that set.
What's that? What? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
nicely
yeah.
done.
When I hate four, but so you get that in.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Easy strap.
Wingman for life.
Goose!
Lieutenant Dan!
Like,
oh god.
they're actually not that expensive anymore, because you could either, like, camcorders aren't really so much a thing.
No, smartphones kind of killed him.
Yeah, so you can get something that does it for like less than $200 now. But I can get one for free with points and then have money to spare.
Woo!
But the downside is I wouldn't be able to actually embed my video
Ow!
into OBS. Aw, boo. Lieutenant Dan, we ain't got no legs. But I think I have it figured out in the workflow how I would kind of do it so it would edit kind of all the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter if I want to actually go that route or save points.
When it's like...
So I'm still not doing anything super heavy with the channel yet.
When it's like, you know... Well, there's that, you know, can you justify the expense, but also how much of a quality change in the finished product would it actually make?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Like in the grand scheme of things, like if I had a lot more subscribers, because I've still only got 14. Something to think about down the road.
Mm-hmm. I need to just start getting on schedule and diversify when I'm playing, for sure. Rocket League's easy to pick up and play and put down.
Yeah, Rocket League is a good kind of... Like, it's a good warm-up. Like, I need to do it just... It's consistent content. It's easy enough to cut. You're just not going to get any any subscribers to your channel for it. Because there's so much of it already out there.
Yeah, there are people that will do basically anything better than you can. Like, the people who are in that top competitive bracket. But if you can do something funny with it, that's always fun too.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? I need to go wash my scrubs. You know, frankly... No, we don't have enough people for that. I was going to say we do some Cards Against Humanity, but...
Oh, man. I heard about I don't even think it's a house rule. I think it's just a rule that's in the official rules, but I've never played it this way, but have you ever played Cards Against Humanity where you can gamble your cards?
I've heard about that rule, but I've never done it.
I want to try it one time, 'cause that seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
So, like, you bet certain cards, and if you win, you get that many extra, or something like that?
If you bet your
black cards?
like say you you bet your black cards, and if you bet, you can play more white cards, so you have more chances to get it.
But I feel
so you have
like...
that hand where you have two things, like if you have the being a motherfucking sorcerer and the Batman card in the same hand and they both work, you can just play them both, bet a card.
I think the danger there is some groups will purposely aim not to let someone win. And so if someone's getting to play extra cards, obviously you know who the player is that played, 3 or 4 cards that round.
Yeah.
So I guess it...
But that's Cards Against Humanity, it seems.
Yeah.
That's not off-brand for that game.
No, it's not. I think it just makes something like that easier. Oh! Thanks.
There we go.
Sniped. I'd still like to try it. I just I don't see it providing much actual advantage except for laughs. Like, I can see the laugh side of it being really good.
I picked up a game, like I've had it for a while, but I didn't actually get to play it until a couple weeks ago. It's called Schmovie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play Things with us? Basically Cards Against Humanity, but you write down your answer instead of playing from a hand.
I think we started a game of it. I don't know that we finished it. I think it was one of those where, like, people got tired.
It's one of those games where you just play just to get the silly answers, and it doesn't really so much matter.
Oh, yeah! We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Schmovie is kind of that same concept, but you make up movie titles. So
Okay.
you roll a die for what genre that you get. So like a rom-com or a horror movie or a sci-fi, or one where you just get to pick your own. Like you can have, like make up an anime title or make up a precocious indie movie title, and you flip 2 cards, so you have to we had to write one about like a horror movie about like the world's worst speed skater or the world's best speed skater.
That's twice now that I really should have hit those.
Puns galore, though.
Dude,
I'm
puns?
trying to remember the full answer. I think my answer was something like Apollo. Oh no.
Reference Lost, I think.
Speed skater, youngster.
Darn it.
Anyway, but you just make up shit. That one's a lot of fun. In that Cards Against Humanity sense.
I could go for some party games. I'm just kind of
a
little burnt.
You've been schooling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that burn. I've had moments where like I've had so much going on where like my body just kind of passes out. Like Liz was sick for like Liz has been sick for probably 4 or 5 months with this same sinus infection that she just hasn't been able to kick.
Mm-hmm.
And about a month ago, I think now, she got the flu. So that knocked her out for like 5 days. And like I had to stay home because like I live with her, so I'm probably carrying whatever contagion she was. And
which makes sense,
Yeah. So about 5 days, she got better.
Is their sinus stuff any better?
Ish. Like, it's manageable. Like, she went to a doctor, and, like, they didn't really do much, but, like, they had to do a CAT scan. And apparently it's a deviated septum, which there's not it's not a surefire thing if you fix that. But it's basically a nose job.
Yeah.
Fix it. So super expensive, super painful, and not even surefire. Anyway, she dealt with that. Then like I was working from home all that week, and then the next week rolls around, and then Benny gets sick.
What's going on with you guys? Goodness.
I don't even know. Like Benny has never actually been sick, like sick in the 5 years that we've had the guy. But the dumb bastard ate a tampon and it got stuck in his system.
Wow.
Long story short, I had to stay home with him.
That's a bad time, or a bad thing to eat, period.
Yeah, especially in dogs. I don't find them terribly delicious. But
That's encouraging.
just food for thought. One more, you done?
I think that's might be it.
Yeah.
Just back out.
But anyway, to finish the story, so he finally got, like, he was getting a little bit better, but there was a day where he was still sick, and Liz comes home with a migraine, and I think my body was just like, nope, fuck you, it's my turn. And I, like, just passed out like 8 o'clock. Like, I wasn't sick, I was just exhausted. Never got that flu.
So I saw a sleep study thing.
No?
They had people sleep 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours, and no hours.
Yeah.
For, I think it was 2 weeks, except the group that got no hours was 3 days.
Yeah.
And they found that people who got 6 hours or less of, people who got 4 hours of sleep were just trashed. People who got 6 hours of sleep were as functional as the people that had no sleep by day 10, in terms of like just straight functionality, but they didn't feel tired like they hadn't got any sleep. So
The people who didn't sleep?
yeah, they felt they were as dysfunctional as people that hadn't slept, but didn't feel as tired as people who hadn't slept. So there was this thing where, like, chronically not getting enough sleep is detrimental to your productivity, even though you don't really notice it.
That's interesting.
So, trying now to adjust my sleep schedule to get 7, because I was getting basically 6. But I've just been, like, chronically tired. And I was like, well, maybe sleeping in every other weekend is not enough to compensate. Although, I will say, in the sleep study, they didn't account for sleeping in. It was, you slept 6 hours a night for, 2 weeks. There was no chance to sleep in. So I feel like for, what the average household does, it'd be like 5 days of 6 and 2 days of 8 or something like that.
That's probably pretty close to what I get, actually, because I've been going to sleep around midnight, 1 o'clock lately.
Mm-hmm.
And get kind of at least starting the process of waking up around 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I get up and go to the gym early. But even on weekends, like, I'm usually up by 8.
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9. 9 at the latest.
And sleep hygiene is a thing too. Welcome to the health section of the stream, where one of the big things is not looking at a screen for 30 minutes before you go to bed. And I'm like, everything I do has a screen.
Yep.
But I did get some Harry Potter books from my mom for Christmas, so I'm probably just going to start reading for a half hour before bed if I can. And I need to get back to reading anyway. The instant gratification stuff is great and all, but I don't feel as sharp as I used to, and probably a lot of that has to do with not reading.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that comes with age, too.
Old man Jenkins.
Yeah.
Although,
back in my day,
you still maintain a lot of your ability to learn as you grow older. Even people in their 80s and 90s can still learn how to do new stuff. It just takes them longer.
Oh, yeah.
And what happens more often than not is they get frustrated and they quit. It's not that they can't learn it. They just,
Right. No, that makes sense. I try, and this is especially, really primarily true. I realized I was leaning away from my microphone. Primarily true with hello. With editing, like, I try to learn a new trick every time I do it, and a lot of my time has been spent watching, really just trying to find other people on YouTube and seeing what they do, and trying to find things to learn, not so much emulate. I mean, there's a little bit of emulation, but in terms of editing tactics, is if I have any strength, it's that. And every video I do, I just try to implement one new thing just to learn a new thing.
Yeah, you've definitely grown really fast in your video like production quality. I've seen you add a lot of stuff that
Yeah,
the
like
bigger
I figured out the
YouTubers.
animation.
Mhm.
So it was the time where, and I need to practice like animating text more.
Mhm.
So there was the one episode where you were talking about trying to suspend an air.
Oh, you did the wee.
Whee! I tried to do it again there because there was a scene where Katie like did a front flip over me, and it was like kind of like right at the camera, sort of Michael Bay-esque.
Mhm.
I tried to embed the Wii on her undercarriage of her car, and I couldn't quite figure it out. It would have taken me too long.
Yeah, object tracking is a long and hard process. I haven't done it
Yeah.
personally, but I watched people do it when I worked at KSU, and it was like 2 hours of work for
Oh yeah,
10 seconds of enjoyment.
It often takes a lot longer, but like the payoff is worth it a lot because, if you watch my Paladins video that I put up, I made a reference to a dub of an anime. So I actually cut to it's in this one show. There's only one black character, and it's like by and large not a great show. Like it wasn't huge, but like I like it for my own reasons. But it somehow got a dub, and I watched it in Japanese like 3 years ago or something. So I downloaded it and I watched the dub of it. The one black guy, they just at least in this one episode, because you watch later episodes that he definitely doesn't do this, but like the few lines he gets in this episode, he Cosby's it.
Oh.
He goes full on Bill Cosby, so I had to actually cut to that line of in that show, and like I did a lot of like kind of fly-in animations, and
Which
that took a lot longer than any of the other editing of the video,
yeah,
actually.
pulling
'Cause
pieces.
I've got the audio editing kind of down. Like I've at least got a process with that to tune it up pretty quickly. Some games take a lot more editing than others. Like Rocket League actually takes a little bit because you have to cut out all the dead air unless you're really, 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 really good at the commentary.
Which
Like
I think they
now-
got better this time. The last two rounds were kind of but I think early on we did it pretty well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably why people like Scene Inners, and well, mainly Scene Inners does like the 3 minute. Like he has a
Yeah.
3 minute formula, and it works well for him.
I feel like I may need to eventually, at least for some games, move to that formula. Like scrap the intro.
Just jump right in it with a
Just jump right
jingle.
in and go to the funny parts. That makes the most sense with stuff like Rocket League. Unless you can just keep the banter going pretty much throughout. Because I did Paladins with Gomez, who's played Paladins a lot. Like I gave him a key to the beta, like back in December, and he just went hog wild with it. And
Which I'll totally try it, by the way. I don't know if you still have codes.
oh
but-
yeah, I'll send you a code. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of cell shaded in its animation. Pretty neat. I'll just send you a code now.
I'm trying to figure out what are going to be good games to stream, because I don't know. I just feel like that's more my style. I like chat interaction more than I like viewing comments, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like being actively involved. So and that's part of the reason why I'm looking to maybe upgrade my CPU. Like I thought about upgrading my 970. I was like, there's only like 2 games that I can't max out, and if I were to buy a better card, I don't have the monitors that would benefit from it. So unless games suddenly get really difficult, I wouldn't get the same returns out of that as I would with a better CPU.
Yeah.
In terms of streaming. So we'll see. I don't think I'll be able to do. There's some people that will do DSR, like they'll run the game at 1440p on their monitor, even though it's a 1080p monitor.
Yeah.
And it sharpens the image quality a bit, and then that way they can do a native 1440p recording to post to YouTube. But
Okay.
I don't
It doesn't
think.
even seem worth it for YouTube. Because most people are watching in 1080 60.
Well, the good thing about doing it in 1440 is that the image quality benefits from the higher bit rate. So even though the image isn't really any sharper, and there isn't any because they're watching at 1440p at 1080. They have less color loss, less of the compression,
Right.
just because they simply have a higher down bit rate. And so I did this game at 9,000 is it kilobytes or kilobits for this? I want to say it's kilobits, because the file size would be astronomical at 9 megabytes a second.
You've got mail.
Mail I got.
But
I don't know where I was going with that. Purchases that's part of why I'm like, I don't know if I want to get Premiere, because I may just want to be streaming, but I'm also not like...
that makes sense. Because you're doing it for the viewer interaction,
Mm-hmm.
whereas I'm using it as an excuse to both play more games and to edit.
Yeah. Which
makes sense.
Which feeds off your job skill set, I think.
Yeah.
It's good that
A
already
little
ties in. Just a bit.
Like occasionally I have to dip into the video knowledge. At least in my current job, I had to do a little bit more of it in my old one.
That's the number one thing I could work on right now is thumbnails. Definitely. Like, I don't have a thumbnail system, so like my stream thumbnail will be whatever I played last. It's not what I'm planning to play, because I don't really have a thumbnail for it. So I need to get like a thumbnail of each game, and
yeah, it's not too hard.
Can you just screenshot it and slap some text on it and call it a day? Is that
Pretty
really
much. Like, I usually just, whenever I do mine, I Google a high-res image from the game. Usually I try to find something as the most official as possible. And put the branding on it, and if it's part of a series, like Pony Island and whatnot, I'll put a number on it.
Have you explained your logo to anyone? Because I figured it out the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
No one's asked, but I haven't really had anyone... Like, no one's asked me about it.
Can I take the stab at it?
Yes.
Okay, are you okay with your name being public? Or I could turn the stream off if you wanted to remain a secret.
It's whatever.
Okay, so I can't pull it up right now. This is going to be a good excuse for you guys to go to Dasher B's channel. But on his channel, the E is a hyphen and it's RB. So it's kind of like he's putting his name on everything. It's Robbie Branson.
-RB.
-RB.
That's how I always sign my emails.
Huh.
Yeah. I had the, like... I remember the moment I kind of came up with it, too.
Mm-hmm.
How many viewers do we even have? Do we have any?
Probably none. Gomez, stop responding entirely. This is one of those things where you probably will get more viewers out of it on your channel than I will. What is my sub count? Where do you find that? It's got to be under 10.
I think you've got like 11. Let's see.
I think it was 8 when I started streaming / recording things, and I gained 3. All of them are probably friends that I already have, so I didn't like gain new people. I know there's one guy, and I told him I was going to schedule a stream for him to watch, and it didn't quite work out. So forgot your name. You know who you are, because you're the only one that's really interacted in my comments, so please come back.
Please.
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 Like I said, for me, it's not a numbers thing. I want to interact with people. So the fact that I had someone that was interacting is like,
yeah, my Oh, dude, I've been meaning to tell you about this.
9, by the way.
Our Friday Night Friendship channel. I gotta pull this up.
Did it shrivel, or does it still get views?
I don't know if it still gets views, but we had 155 subs.
So we had something going there.
We had something going there. Let's see. Here's that video. Yeah, our Groove versus Jaeger video.
That
1645 views.
Really?
That thing killed it.
There's a I don't know if you followed the meta at all. Probably not.
Not in a long time now.
Mono orange is big. And mono blue is big because bonus scoring and rush.
I have seen, like, occasionally when I see a deck list, like a top 7 list, because only 7 people showed up, list pops up, I usually always see a mono blue.
Yeah, mono blue is pretty strong. I had a white blue that I brought to Giga's Regional, and it actually worked really well. I untested. I just showed up, and I was like, "This is what I'm
Oh,
playing
that's
today."
right. That was the one you were playing against. You, because didn't Karen Watson win that one?
She won. We played in the final round. What I plan on
That's
doing,
fucking awesome, by the way.
I had already got my invite from Tennessee, and so I was like, you know what? I'll play. I'll go as high as top 4. But if I'm playing against someone who wants to move on and take a shot at either the hooves or the invite, they can just go. Just go. But I ended up playing against Daniel for the first round of top 8. He wanted to fight it out because we both had invites, so why not?
Yeah.
And then I played against Jonathan, and he wanted the invite in the card, but he's the kind of player who really likes to play,
Yeah.
and for the honor part of it, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
For lack of a better term. So we put up our deuces, and I won that one, but it was a hard fight, especially for him because he was running a pink deck with a lot of events, and I got the mover and shaker flipped with 3 stacks of suitcases.
Oh god.
The third one was totally unnecessary, but he literally could only play 1 card per turn because I got out Rainbow Dash on even ground, where players lose all the tokens that they didn't start the turn with.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, so he was getting 4 tokens a turn, so he could only play 1 thing.
Card. Ouch.
Yeah.
Liz and I have just been doing Force of Will, Ruler Roulette. Like, we've got, I want to say, like 14, 15 decks now.
Mm-hmm. I thought about it. Like, I know it's a cheap game to get into.
Yeah, it's
and
real cheap, but they put out their sets really fast.
if Pony went south, I'd look at it.
It's a lot of fun. Like, competitively, I don't really enjoy it because it's those same Magic the Gathering players are just way too
It's cheap Magic.
too extreme. Yeah, it's cheap Magic, just not friendly. And some of the decks are just completely like, you think Pile of Presents was bad, at least you got to play.
Well, now that they have the thing that makes Regalia cost stuff.
Yeah, Regalia's a big issue. Like, I don't know if you followed any of the cards, but there was the Valentina ruler.
I heard about her. She made things really ew. Didn't she? Or is she the one that makes it cost 1?
There's 2 of them. The Valentina 2.0, when you flip her, you get to pull all of the 7 kings type rulers, which there's like 7 of them. You get to have them, like, you don't get to play them, but like for each of those, you get the God's Art abilities from each one, and you get +1/1 for each one that you have. So if you pull out 7 kings rulers, like, you got a 14/14 with 7 different God's Arts to choose from, and the full effects from all the regalia.
That I don't even play the game, and that sounds really gross.
Oh yeah, I built it just to play on kitchen table. It threatened my marriage.
You have a bad habit of building decks that threaten relationships. Unintentionally, they just.
I've had one that actually did kill one.
Oh god.
Oh, Pile of Presents. Anyway, but like that deck got dismantled immediately. I didn't, like, I wasn't the one that even come up with that. Like, the decks are basically obvious from the rulers what you're supposed to do with them for the most part. There's some really, really nasty control, which makes it really, really not fun. But like, if you're just playing a kitchen table, like, you build like a theme deck. Like, I've got my mecha deck, I've got a fairies deck, and it's super cheap. Like, we built 5 decks out of a box and a half.
Mm-hmm. That's really not bad in terms of cost. That's really solid.
There's not a whole lot of brewing. Like, what I miss a little bit is from Pony is that the deck types were a lot more, like, you could do a lot more unique things with them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with this deck, like, with this game, if you run a certain ruler, you basically run a certain deck. Like, the ruler is the deck.
Yeah,
There's some light variations on it, but
the meta is very well defined, it seems.
yeah, and the meta changes pretty much every single set.
Is it just really easy to number crunch what deck is going to be the best? Or what deck is meta?
Yeah, kind of, because they often don't have enough answers to whatever becomes the meta, and then the next set has those answers. Or like they're actually kind of bad about errata too. Like they'll spoil cards, and then they'll realize they made a typo
Oh,
as they spoil the card. So you look at a card and go, "Oh my god!" and then you realize it's errata.
Pony had to errata some stuff too,
Did
which
they?
the devs swore they would never do, but
I was gonna say,
they totally did.
This must have been post Trevor.
It is post Trevor.
Yeah.
They gave too many cards the enters play ability, like things that proc when it enters play, and so it created several loops.
Didn't
And
they? Was the bulk biceps? Is that one of them?
Bulk biceps. There was a Discord card, and then there was one other one that created some enters play interactions that were really gross. Fancy pants, the white entry fancy pants.
Okay.
So foreign speak to all the people who are not in the in crowd. But set 7 just got announced tonight, coming on the 20th.
Yeah,
And
I saw that. I still need to give you the
that box for Jonathan.
that box in the sunset for Jonathan.
I'll be coming in the area either this weekend or next weekend.
I was gonna say, are we still on for this weekend?
Are we doing a thing this weekend?
We can. We talked. He called me Sunday. I think it was Sunday. And we were like, yeah, we should hang out next week.
For a thing. I should be able to. I only have one test next week. We were going to have 2, but now it's just one. It's going to be on Monday. So Saturday is probably the better day, if not Friday. If you happen to be like off Friday, I only have to be on campus till 2 o'clock, and then I can start.
I could probably be done early Friday.
Although we've got Pony
So I'll
that
be
night.
working from home. Yeah, you got Pony, but anyway, we'll figure something out.
Figure something out. By Saturday for
overdue.
sure. If
Yeah.
Saturday works for me.
Yeah, Saturday should be fine for me too.
Let's go ahead and end the stream. I thought of something I wanted to ask you outside stream. I don't remember what it was, but maybe the outro will
Maybe.
fix that. So, for those of you who go back and watch this, or if an edit version comes up, hope it was enjoyable for you. Like I said, I would really like people to be here to interact, but that said, scheduling things would be great.
Talk to us.
Talk to us. So this Saturday I'll be out and about, as per we just talked. But the following Saturday I will stream. What time do I want to nail down? All right,
13 o'clock.
13 o'clock. We'll do 14 o'clock, just so we can make sure people get lunch. So, namely me. So we'll say 2 o'clock, and I'll try to get you guys 2 hours. So from 2 to 4 o'clock Eastern next weekend. Don't know what I want to play. Drop a comment in this video if you want to do that. Paladins. I mean, I could do that if that code works and we're all set. Then I'll do that.
That one will work. That one is legit.
Okay.
Legitsies.
And I have actually a game with Allegro and all them that I recorded when this DLC just came out. Not the Batman, but the new maps. That may be worth putting up. I'm not sure. It's kind of old now. But anyway, more content to come. My plan is 2 videos a week. One of them's probably produced. One of them's a stream. I may just make it 2 streams because why not?
Why not?
That's it for me. Anything for you, Dasherby?
That's it for me. I got nothing.
Cool. Well, thanks again for showing up last minute. I just wanted to do a thing, and Wednesday is the day I want to do it. So, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.